I would like to ask you how it all started.
Kett Cosmetics started in 1998 because we got together with a television producer, Sheila McKenna, that fine young lady way over there, and I first started Kett Cosmetics. Actually, let me rewind. We started to go into the studio to see what the opportunities for airbrushing would be, just as professional makeup artists like yourself. And what we found out after doing a lot of focus groups, trying to figure out what we needed to tweak in our makeup techniques, taking about 20 to 25 different foundations and powders and putting them in front of the high-def camera. To our amazement, it was really more than we could see. So for the first time in my 23 years of doing hair and makeup and aesthetics, really I had lost control, so to speak, because the makeup looked beautiful to me. And then I got it in front of the camera, and then technology had superseded makeup's ability to look like skin. So out of that resulted Kett Cosmetics. So we like to say that the brand was like a default, because we couldn't find products that really worked for our needs and the finishes that we want. Some would be too matte and would have like a dry aging effect on the skin, and then some, if they were very emollient, they would look very greasy on the skin. So there was nothing that looked like beautiful skin. So what we did is, and what sets us unique from other brands, is that we took our product formulations via the prototypes before they were done, and we used the high-def camera to view them because we had lost that control. Our eyesight was no longer good enough because of technology. So.
Alright. Can I ask you a personal question? Like
Sure.
To you as an
Let's
artist?
see if I'll answer.
Okay. Alright. Did you like you said you doing hair and makeup, right?
Yes.
But you were an artist as well. So did you start when you were a kid, or did you learn it during your life? Or?
I started when I was a kid. When I was like 6 years old, I would try to. We have in TV Guide in the United States, you know, the guide for TV. We would have little illustrations, and you could win a contest by entering and duplicating like Snoopy, simple things like Dumbo characters. And I never won, but I always tried. But
that's what happens to most people, right?
Exactly. I don't want to be a winner. I want to just keep a little low profile and doing what I love. But needless to say, when I was 17, I got the opportunity during high school to go to cosmetology as part of my study. And when I went there, I found out that I wouldn't be learning makeup. But I was born twice as old as you are. So in 1983 this was, and there were not makeup schools. So I was that androgynous boy wearing makeup, and I learned myself. And when I graduated high school, I started right into working with photographers doing hair and makeup. And I've never taken a makeup class. At the time there weren't makeup schools.
Yeah.
And so I was forced to learn on my own, taking art classes.
Alright.
And applying it.
Applying it on the human. That's pretty much what I've been doing as well. Like I haven't went to school for it, but alright. What is your inspiration? Like, do you get this
My
sort of
inspiration?
from something?
Well, I'm a very spiritual person,
Okay.
and I look to so many things for inspiration. I like to take an organic feel to whatever I do. So sometimes it might be my inspiration. I could be inspired by watching a PBS show about birds.
Okay.
And I did a whole 5 looks based around birds at one
Did you see
point.
the one with the
something
blackbird?
crazy like this.
Okay, so the nature inspires you.
Yeah, nature inspires me. What can I say? Sometimes inspiration can be a feeling. I believe in auras and chakras, and sometimes where I'm feeling what I'm going to produce may be completely unplanned, and I'm going with instinct.
Yeah.
I might imagine that something would be better in purple, and that's what I can be inspired by color or a texture, you know. And what I like to do is sometimes take unconventional textures, you know, and then make a traditional design out of it, but kind of like twisting things so they're not, you know, you're not repeating and copying things.
Alright. Do you work in any other media except
Do you do like
Makeup?
paintings?
Yes.
I haven't in a long time. If you see, like on Facebook, I have face charts. I do art, but I haven't painted a canvas in about 15 years because I apply that now to the human canvas.
Yeah, that's became
but I
your
do
main
teach.
part.
Yeah, that's my priority. But I do teach an advanced airbrush class where I teach to do face chart work, and it's from being on a flat piece of paper and creating a three-dimensional character. So the way that I teach is definitely from the art background. I teach style and dimension, and how to use color based in color theory. And to me, there's no other way. If you're not using color theory, then you don't have a direct science to what you're doing, and it could be a little haphazard, and you might have colors canceling out one another, and you create problems. Yeah.
For yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's very good. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate your time.
How can we get in touch with you? Do you have a business card?
I do. I have various different things, and besides Kett Cosmetics, which you can
Also, you should
check
let
us
us
out
know
at.
your website maybe. From
So, 2 websites. KettCosmetics.com, K-E-T-T, Cosmetics.com, and now I'm also launching, my brand, which is cozzette, and these are brush vessels, and the brush vessels are my answer to, the makeup, the brush holders. I travel a lot, and my brush holders would get jacked in travel. They'd get squashed, or what would happen is that I would clean my brushes and I'd put them into an unsanitary container, which was kind of like, after a while I thought, hello, I just cleaned my brushes. So this is a container that can be sanitized, and also I have these little ones that can be that can house disposables. So your disposable mascara wands. I'm also an esthetician, so I'm very keen on keeping things sanitary and not cross-contaminating my products. And so you could put Q-tips and things, and then I'll also turn this upside down, put my Perry and Spirit brush cleaner, and then clean my brushes from there. So this company will focus on these types of tools, and then can you grab those purple brushes?
Look at that.
And then that's next.
Oh.
So I'm launching my brush collection very shortly. At the show, I've launched a foundation, like the 2 sitting there, the foundation brush and the concealer, and the others are coming. And what I wanted to do with these was do a very strong coating. So it has 3 different coatings on this. It's painted, and then it has verathane, and then there's a UV coating to make it extra durable. Because the reason why I wanted a pointed handle, which is unique to me, is because I use, like when I block out eyebrows with Crozet, I'm using it as a tool. When I'm assisting an eyelash application, I'm using a pointed tool, and sometimes I used to use a spatula, which might be a little haphazard, and so this is like a rounded point that can help you in so many different ways, and like when you're getting those corners that keep popping up on eyelashes and different things. So, but the key to the line is purple represents peace.
yes, I know.
Yeah, it's called the Divinity Collection. Do I not seem peaceful? And so what I'm doing is I'm producing an entire line of synthetic brushes. So they're vegan. This is actually a synthetic brush, which it's designed to mimic a squirrel, but it has strength.
But it's not squirrel.
No.
It's
No.
synthetic.
Yeah, it's synthetic.
Very nice.
So it's completely cruelty-free. Otherwise, I couldn't call it the Peace Collection. But so what the key to this is producing synthetic brushes that look and feel exactly. This one is natural.